Good morning, guys, and welcome to my first vlog in a long time. It's Monday morning. Rebecca has gone to work, the kids are at college. Rebecca now drives herself, as some of you guys know, and it has meant that I don't have to drive her into work anymore, which is actually amazing. And it's really useful at the moment because, as some of you guys saw on our Friday chat, we recently bought like a huge lot of radio control stuff, and the problem with radio control stuff is I love it, and the downside of that is sometimes you can get carried away. Let me show you what I mean. So what I mean is you can get carried away with your hobby slash business. There's my computer desktop. You can see Alf wearing some awesome shades. There you can see lots of just parts of helicopters there, just little parts and pieces. More stuff over there. Look, down on the floor you've got more helicopter parts there, and then over here, which is meant to be my photography area, you can see there's a number of helicopters that I've been working on. Now, believe it or not, it might look like I'm just playing and having lots of fun, which I am, but this is an important part of testing what I've bought, because everything I buy has something wrong with it. So I've got to either get it working, figure out how to get it to work, or figure out which ones are unsalvageable and sell bits and spares of those. If you look up there, there's more RC. That's a helicopter I need to fix. Then I've got some drone action going on down here. More drones. And I've been messing with this stuff and all weekend really. And I've got to now obviously get on and do some work. But you can see this is the living room. Well, this is part of the living room. I've still got to sort through all of that. And yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, and then behind there's actually stock from the general store as well. So yeah, I better get my backside in gear. Now, before I actually do all of that as work as well, I've got to now do the morning shipping. I've got a bunch of items from the RC store that need doing. Thankfully, I've kept up to date with the general store. There was only about 3 parcels on that. We're actually only on 97 active listings now on the general store, so I need to really up that today as well. So it's going to be quite a busy day. A lot of this RC stuff to sort out, a lot of the general store stuff to sort out, but I'm sure I'll find time to maybe get like a little fly in with a heli, and I'll share that with you guys. Right, guys, I've just pulled out all the items that need to be shipped for the radio control car store, and I've got them out on the table, so I'll just show you what they are. Believe it or not, guys, this lot here is about £93 of sales if you include shipping. Without shipping, it's about 73. But even on some of the shipping, we'll make a little bit of profit, which is always nice. So one of the orders was 4 servos. Those sold for about $50 or $60 Canadian, so about half that, probably about 30 odd quid. These, I can't remember what these sold for, but these are just some little loop things. Customer bought 2 of those. That was only like a £3.99 sale, like a little shock tower. Again, that was like a £3.99 sale. Little screwdriver. This was like a £6 or £7 sale, believe it or not. This little bag here, it's a control link, so whatever that is. And then this made up the rest. I think this was like another meaty sale around £40 mark, I think 30 to £40. This is a differential for a monster truck, so it's already greased and already put together. You can see the ball bearings there, and all the diff gears are going to be inside there. So that little lot there, that's all that I've got to go out from the weekend, which is quite poor, but bearing in mind we've not listed on this store forever, so still to get £93 worth of sales including shipping, it's not too shabby, especially because most of this stuff is multi-listing as well, so pretty happy with that. Just to show you guys, the actual shipping cost me £12.97. So my orders, as you can see, the 6 orders were worth £93, and item total was £75. But like I said, the shipping actually only ended up costing £12.57. So not bad at all.
Hi, how are you? How you doing? What do you want me to say?
So Becca's just come home from work about 20 minutes ago?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah. For you.
What do you mean? I made you a burger. I made her a chicken burger.
You did.
And
you did. You've looked after
yeah,
me.
I looked after you. And now we're going on a quest. What do you think of the office though? It's a bit of a mess, right?
It's a right mess.
The problem is there's all these bits that I have to do, and then I start them. But I've got the coolest helicopter. I've got to show you later.
Yeah,
like,
you can show me later.
Like, I've got to show you. It's the light up one.
He's already told me it's a keeper.
It's a keeper, yeah. I wasn't going to keep any, but now I've found one that's a keeper. No, but that means...
That's the only one.
That's the only one, yeah. But now we've got to go on some big quest to drop off postage, but also to find bog roll.
Which is going to be a bit of a mission.
Let's see how we do.
There you go. Woo! 16 rolls, is that? Oh, yeah,
16 rolls. But it's really soft and the rolls are really small.
So
thin,
we're not fancying out, you know, we're not going for quality here.
No. I mean, it's the kind, it feels like you'd have to be careful, like...
Oh, don't. We'll just...
But
we'll leave it. We'll leave it there.
Well, things have just gotten pretty serious. Just been listening to the news and Boris Johnson's just been on the telly. So now everyone is being advised to avoid pubs and restaurants and theatres. So it does make you just think like this is obviously quite serious. And then you look around your stockroom, etc., and you think, how is that going to impact the business? Yeah, you know, I've just spent a stack of money on this RC stuff. And now I'm thinking, is anyone gonna want to buy it?
I'd like to apologise publicly to my husband, right?
Yeah.
In the kitchen, I made myself a fruit tea. Because I was like, he asked me if I wanted a coffee and he hasn't made it. He did make it.
Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, so you made yourself a fruit tea. Can I drink it? Is it cold?
It's cold.
Yeah, I'll drink cold coffee.
So I publicly apologise.
Public apology. Thank you. So yeah, it's now I'm looking around all this stock, thinking, I've spent a whole bunch of money on this, and like how long is it gonna take, or like, is there gonna be a demand for it? I mean, all those kind of thoughts are coming into my head. I mean, I was feeling like I was winning earlier because obviously we picked up that big packet of toilet roll, but now like this announcement comes out of the blue, and now I'm just suddenly thinking, Jesus, hope people still want to buy RC parts. And forget the RC stuff. The RC stuff I think will probably sell. Who's going to buy all these sodding fuggles? I mean, fuggles. Why did I even buy them? I mean, they're so funny looking. I remember why. You just look at them. It's quite funny. I like this guy. He's got his tongue sticking out. Oh, loads of these squirrel dudes. But yeah, I mean, hopefully people are going to want fugglers during this quarantine phase or stay-at-home phase, whatever you want to call it. So it's 9 in the evening. I still haven't actually listed a single thing, which is kind of demoralizing. But I've done a lot of work though. I've literally been on my feet all day, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about how much work I've done. So I'm trying to focus on that, and I think this would be the kind of time I wish that I was better at keeping lists of things that I've done or to-do lists, because I've actually achieved an awful lot, even though it hasn't resulted in any listings. To give you guys an example, I've literally stripped down, I've tested a bunch of helicopters that I've got now, so I now know I've got some working helicopters. I've stripped like a couple of these down, and when I say stripped down, I stripped down and tested the components, because as I said, I don't know what condition these arrived to me in. I have to individually break these parts down and then test them, and they won't all work. So for example, a piece like this could be worth £40 to £50, but I've seen a couple of these which haven't worked. That's a speed controller, that could be an easy £15, but again, some of those could not work. Servos, these are nice Metal Gear helicopter servos. They can fetch decent money. Motors, tail motors, you've got to be able to test all these things. So by splitting it down, I will be maximizing the money I'll make on these things rather than selling them in one go. Plus, with things like RC helicopters, you're bound to crash them. So when you sell them to someone, you've got to hope that it's going to a proper RC hobbyist who understands that you will be crashing and destroying them and buying parts. You don't want to sell one of these to a newbie who's not really sure whether they're into the hobby or not, only for them to crash it, have no interest in fixing it, and then just open a return and send you back a damaged item. So that's something obviously I want to avoid. Now, you know, cars are a little bit harder to break, but helicopters definitely are much more difficult RC just to even fly and to hover. But yeah, that is something I'm really happy that I've done. And like I said, I've tested a whole bunch as well. So like I said, I've tested a whole bunch of stuff. It's ready to photograph and list. I'm about to settle down and have like a little snack now, and then I'll see whether I've got the energy to photo this stuff tonight. If not, tomorrow I will have a bunch of RC parts ready to list, as well as ready-made models that I know work, so I just have to decide what I want to do with those. So pretty productive day.